Cat Garage. Well, today we are working on the Jeep, getting the final preparations made to crank it over. And I know what you're saying to yourself, is this thing gonna run or not? Well, that's kind of what I'm saying to myself. Today I'm putting O2 sensors on, doing some final checks. We're gonna put some fuel in it, make sure the fuel pump works, just start kind of do some preliminary checks, check vacuum lines, and then we'll be ready to see if she runs after we crank it over. I got a wire to put on the starter. So I'm just going through all the checklists in my head to make sure we got all the little stuff done so it'll crank over and run. And I'm sure I forgot something, so let's get going. Randy's here! Yeah. Finally comes over. He said he was mowing his grass. I don't know.
Yep.
There's Gracie Grace.
Got my mowing shoes on.
Oh, okay. He's playing with the puppies. Working on getting this thing to crank over, and the starter's an older size starter, and of course it's got the bolt on. Don't be making noises and faces back there. It's got the... What are you doing back there? It's got the bolt on, and the factory style had a clip in, so I'm going to cut that off and put a connector, but I'm not getting a signal to it, and I'm pretty sure it's because I'm having to hook up the clutch system. So everything, amazingly enough, is connected somehow. So I'm working on getting... I know he's doing something back there. I know he is. So I'm working on getting that so I can get a trigger to the starter, but I did jump it and it did crank, so we're getting closer. Looks like a NASCAR pit crew out here. What do you think?
That's right.
Yeah, getting that 30 gallons. Wow. 35 gallons. Wow. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put some gas in it, but I'm a little leery about putting too much because if the fuel line leaks or I have to take the gas tank down, I don't want to make it like 1,000,000 pounds, so we're gonna put some gas in and see what happens. Gas cap. Getting some fuel. Oh yeah, okay, so we got fuel at the fuel rail. That's good. All right, we'll crank it over and see what happens.
Is it neutral?
We'll find out. We are in neutral. I don't know if we have any spark. I need to hook up the battery charger. Well, she didn't fire right up, so we're going to go ahead and run a scan on it and see if there's anything glaringly obvious about the Jeep that says something about it. Alright, on the PCM we got 5 faults, so that ain't good. We'll see what we got as soon as it finishes its scan. It takes a little bit of time. Alright, I'm just doing some troubleshooting on it. It's cranking over just fine. Oh crap. Yeah, that might have been the problem. Awesome! Seems to be running really well. Holy crap. Alright, Jerry, I can build a motor. It actually started. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to let it warm up a little bit, then we'll take a look. Running about 50 pounds of oil pressure at idle. That's really good. She's smooth, man. I'll let it run for a few minutes here. sure that the thermostat opens. It looks like it's about to. I'm going to go ahead and look at the live data and see where we're at. Charging is good. I'm at 13.78 volts. When you're looking at this, you can learn a lot by reading the live data. Ambient battery temperature volt. I forgot to plug that sensor back in underneath the battery, so that's going to show an error. And oil pressure, I don't have that gauge in. I have a manual gauge right now. So I'm just going to keep looking at this and see what goes on. Let it warm up just a little bit. So the volt gauge is working, temperature gauge is working, oil pressure gauge is not taken out, and fuel, check all the fuses on it. Alright, once I hooked up the coil, the thing started right up. Now I got to put my valve cover gasket on because I'm leaking a little bit of oil now down on the manifold, and that's what that smoke's coming from. But everything looks pretty good. My instrument cluster's jacked. I'm going to have to figure out if, I think it's probably a fuse or something, and the fuel level gauge isn't working. So I'll take a look at that too. That could also be a fuse, fingers crossed. But it runs really, really good. So for all you naysayers out there that wonders if it would run, Jerry, this will traverse any mall parking lot with ease. I'm going to start looking at some of this little fiddly stuff here, but I am super excited we got it running. I'm David from the Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.